Alright, it has been quite a week in the world of Zenless Zone Zero as a lot of news has been dropping both in and outside of the game. So today we're going to go over everything to make sure that you are up to date with all that's happening over in New Eridu. First off, let's talk about some things that are happening outside of the game, and that is starting off with all of the Twitch related rewards. Twitch drops are back, which means that if you watch up to 120 minutes, so that's 2 hours, you will receive a total of 12,000 Dainies, 2 senior investigator logs, 3 engine modules, 2 Bangbu system widgets, and 50 polychromes. And all you have to do is watch any Zenless Zone Zero creator on Twitch. Speaking of Twitch though, for those of you who don't just want to watch but also want to stream yourself, there is also a Twitch live streaming incentive program where you can earn rewards based on the amount of time that you stream and as well as the amount of minutes that you are watched for. This live streaming incentive will run all the way up until September 3rd as well. Next up though, maybe if you're not into streaming but maybe you are instead a bit of an artsy person, there are several fan art contests available right now. The first of which is a Qingyi fan art contest, and by submitting your Qingyi fan art you have a chance to win some polychromes. The Qingyi fan art contest runs all the way up until the end of August. However, that is not all for all of the creators out there, as there is also the Drip Fest, which is running all the way up until August 23rd, so not much time left. And here you're able to submit absolutely anything, a graffiti, illustration, cosplay, music, or even video submissions to the Drip Fest, with a variety of rewards such as polychromes, cash, or even a golden Bangbu trophy. And you have a chance to win something even if you don't submit to the actual competition itself by reposting the Twitter post that I will link down in the description below. There is also going to be a TikTok short contest running for a month up until September the 14th, where you can share your OMG I love it moment in New Eridu to earn up to 3,000 polychromes. Otherwise, if you feel like you could be a great help to the community by releasing some strategy guides, there is also an event running up until the 25th of September where you could submit a version 1.1 strategy guide and have a chance to win 5,000 polychrome as well as some merch bundles and other stuff. Let's move on to some more in-game adjacent stuff, and that is the teasers shown off for patch 1.2 characters Caesar King and Bernice White. These are of course the 2 Sons of Caledon members who are very likely going to be the S ranks that we will be seeing in patch 1.2. Now, we know for a fact that Lighter is another member of Sons of Caledon, however he was not shown at all, so the jury is still out on whether or not he will be shown as an S rank coming down the line or an A rank also featured alongside Bernice and Caesar. But that's all in the future though, that's all 1.2. Let's talk about the big news, patch 1.1 that has just gone live. With a new patch, that obviously means a lot of new things, so let's get over them. Of course, the thing everyone is talking about is going to be the new banners, and those are the Untainted Jade banner, which features Qingyi as well as Billy and Karin, as well as their Wenjin banner, the Dissonant Sonata, where all of those 3 characters also have their signature Wenjins on a rate up. These all run from patch 1.1 going live all the way up until September the 4th. But more importantly though, the real banner, the real thing that everyone should be rolling for, is a new Bangbu, Officer Kui. Unfortunately, not Officer North, but the next best thing. And Officer Kui will be a permanent addition to the Bangbu selection. But of course, how are we going to roll on these banners without any tapes? Well, thankfully, the all-new program event will also be running live all the way up until the 24th of September, and all you have to do is log in for a total of 7 days within this period and you will earn 10 encrypted master tapes which you can use on the limited banner. Last but not least, another one of the events that were actually shown off a little bit in the 1.1 live stream is the First Class Customer Service event. This will be running from the 16th till the 26th of August, where we can help fix the video players of various 6th Street members, and in doing so earn some polychromes, boupons, and more. Of course, it's not just new characters though. Patch 1.1 also brings a lot of new content in the form of the Qingyi agent story, the case of a missing Bangbu, as well as the new main story, the undercover R&B, which will be featuring Jane Doe and her backstory. All of these of course will be permanent additions now to the main story of the game. Moving away from the main story stuff though, let's go on to some of the side content, starting with the Inferno Reap. In this, you will be able to challenge Nineveh from the Hollow Zero to earn one-time rewards such as polychromes, master copies, investigator logs, and more. Within Inferno Reap, you can select any Resonium kits that you want and then take on Nineveh directly without having to worry about the TV section. Once you do challenge Nineveh, you will have 3 minutes to do as much damage as possible, and you will be graded according to how much damage you do. Otherwise, there are also new Shiyu defense nodes aside from just the critical and stable nodes, and these are called the Disputed nodes. These are a set of 8 permanent nodes, and unlike the other nodes, you do not have to worry about speedrunning these battles. However, in order to get an S rank, you just have to make sure that no agents get defeated during battle. Speaking of Shiyu defense though, the critical nodes are about to reset soon, which means a new set of rewards and also a new modifier. On reset, the next modifier will revolve around fervor stacks. These fervor stacks can either be acquired by stunning an enemy, which gains 2 stacks for each agent, or by triggering an attribute anomaly, which generates 1 stack for each agent member. The maximum is 3 stacks, and each stack provides an attack increase as well as an anomaly proficiency increase. So that means both stun teams and anomaly teams will both be thriving in the next Shiyu defense cycle. Also, the new implementation has been made that shows the enemy resistances when selecting your teams in Shiyu defense. While we're at it, let's talk about all of these other small changes like that enemy resistance change. We now have access to a manual or automatic chain mode, which allows you to have more control on whether or not you actually want to initiate a chain attack when an enemy is stunned. And also, if you do stun an enemy, we have the option to cancel the chain attack now. We also have a new expert challenge, the Rampant Brute. This is how you acquire those purple materials that you need for upgrading your agents for passive skills. Next up, we now also have a recommended option when selecting discs for our agents, which will automatically show the highest usage rate of set recommendations as well as the main stat options for your discs. This is essentially going to kill all build videos for content creators, I guess. Otherwise, onto some more vanity changes that aren't that necessary, but I think are quite nice to know of, is that now on your Internaut profile, once you acquire an agent, you are able to use their avatar as your icon. But what's more is that for your profile name card, once you acquire the 3 cinema mindscapes for an agent, you acquire a black and white version that you can use for your name card. And of course, once you acquire the cinema mindscape 6, you unlock the full color version. Now you can rep your favorite agents in style. As shown off during the 1.1 livestream, we also now have the option to take selfies, complete with different poses and filters as well. Some other changes that you might notice is that Charl has had her hair color changed. Why exactly? I don't know. Maybe it's just a phase though. Also, outside of random play, the shop, there is now also a 1 Denny Boo that you can pat, which I think is great. Now, if only 1 Denny Boo gave us some Dennies, because Lord knows I am in desperate need of them. And last but not least, for those of you who play with the English voice acting, you may notice that the English versions of Lucy and Sokaku have changed, and as such, so have their voice lines. Otherwise though, with that, you are now up to date with everything that has happened in Zenless Zone Zero over the past week. And if I can take a moment to speak real right here with you guys, do let me know though if this video helped you out, because I'm considering doing this as a sort of weekly thing, because I honestly myself never realized just how much stuff happens in Zenless Zone Zero, both in and outside the game, like for example all of those contests and rewards and whatnot. And it genuinely can be quite a lot to keep track of at times. So if this was helpful for you, or if you think that there's something I missed, please do let me know down in the comments below. And who knows, maybe I'll be doing this a lot more often in the future to hopefully keep everyone up to date with what all is happening over in Zenless Zone Zero. As always, if you found this video helpful, liking, commenting, and subscribing is greatly appreciated. So until next time, bye bye.